Hello, my dear students. Welcome to GSS Chemistry channel. Today, we discuss the nature of metal oxides and non-metal oxides. This is part 7 of acids, bases and salts for 10th class students. In general, if you take, all metallic oxides are treated as bases, non-metallic oxides are considered as acids, acidic oxides. Metal oxides are basic in nature and non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. This is the concept. You can take metal oxides like Na2O, like K2O, like CaO, like BaO. First A group, second A group metal oxides, like Fu2O3, ferric oxide, like CuO, D block metal oxides. All the oxides are treated as basic oxides, except few. What are those few? We will discuss. Similarly, you can take non-metal oxides like CO2, like SO2, like SO3, like NO2, like N2O3, N2O5, P2O3, P2O5, etc. Here also, except few. That is more interesting. So, most of the metal oxides are basic in nature. Metal oxides are basic in nature. Non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. So, we are considering examples here. Carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen pentoxide, phosphorus trioxide, phosphorus pentoxide, like this you can take many. All these are acidic in nature. And these metal oxides, first A group metal oxides, second A group metal oxides, and P block metal oxides also you can take up to some extent, but those are exceptional cases. And certain metal oxides belonging to D block metals like nickel oxide, chromium oxide, ferric oxide, copper oxide, silver oxide, like this you can take. In that also exceptions are there. So this is the generalization. Now we have to prove the acidic character of non-metal oxides and basic character of metal oxides. So we are considering examples to prove the basic and acidic nature. Examples here I am taking to prove. I am taking copper oxide. This is what you call cupric oxide. This is what you call cupric oxide. Or otherwise, sometimes you can write it as copper 2 oxide. Because valence of copper is 2, plus 2. This is shaken with HCl. Copper oxide powder is taken in a beaker, dilute HCl is added to it and shaken well. Stirred rather better. What happens? Copper oxide slowly dissolves in HCl, giving you green colored solution. That is due to the formation of cupric chloride. This remains in aqua. This is cupric chloride, green color. Cupric chloride is nothing but a salt. Plus CuCl2, 2HCl right here, H2O, water. HCl is acid. So here, if you consider a generalization like this, X compound plus acid will give you salt plus water. What can you call this? When X compound is reacting with the acid, giving you salt and water, this is nothing but the example for neutralization. This is what you call neutralization. In the case of neutralization, acid reacts with the base only. So what is X here? It should be definitely base. So X is, basic character of X is proved because it is reacting with the acid giving salt and water. Neutralization reaction. Acid plus base, salt plus water. In that way you can take here, this is acid, this is salt, this is water. What is X? What is the nature of cupric oxide here? Certainly it should be a base. Certainly it should be a base. So in this way, in this reaction, basic nature of copper oxide is proved. So in this reaction, basic nature of CuO is proved, directly proved. Basic nature of CuO is proved. In this reaction, basic nature of CuO is proved. Hence, CuO is a base. CuO is nothing but the metal oxide. CuO is nothing but metal oxide. In this way, the metal oxide will be possessing the basic character. Its behavior, basic nature can be proved easily by treating it with acid. The resulting product is salt and water. Hence the proof. Similarly, you can take here one more reaction, non-metallic oxide. I am taking here non-metal oxide like CO2 gas. This is carbon non-metal oxide. And this is nothing but you can, if you want, you can write here metal oxide. CO2 is treated with base. CaOH twice is a base. CO2 gradually dissolves in calcium hydroxide, giving you CaCO3, calcium carbonate salt. And of course calcium carbonate is insoluble in water, so it can be precipitated because it is solid. Anyway, calcium carbonate is salt plus H2O, water. H2O, of course, you can write it here liquid. So here what are you getting? Salt plus water. What is taken here? Base. So what is the nature of CO2 here in this reaction? So therefore nature of CO2 is acidic. The acidic behavior of this non-metal oxide is proved by virtue of this reaction. Any acidic oxide reacts with the base, giving you salt and water. So this is also an example for neutralization. This is also neutralization. This is also neutralization. Both are neutralizations. Both are neutralizations. So this is also direct proof to say that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. You can take any example. SO3, NaOH, Na2, SO4. Similarly, P2O5, you can take, sodium phosphate. Or you can take N2O5, you will get nitrate salt. In this way, we are having the conclusions. Every metal oxide is treated as a base, and every non-metal oxide is treated as an acid. So these are the direct proofs we can consider. We are considering except few. What are those except few here? That is more important. What are the except few metal oxides here? I am writing here zinc oxide, similarly aluminum oxide, similarly lead oxides, similarly you can take tin oxides, etc. What is the nature of these zinc oxide, aluminum oxide, lead oxides and PbO as well as PbO2, tin oxides, SnO, SnO2. You can take here SnO, SnO2. You can take here PbO, PbO2. Like this you can take. Lead oxides, tin oxides, even arsenic oxides. Similarly, antimony oxides. All these are metal oxides, no doubt. But in this case, all these are amphoteric in nature. All these are amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric. These are amphoteric in nature. What do you mean by amphoteric? What do you mean by amphoteric oxides? Amphoteric oxide is that one which has both acidic and basic characters. Amphoteric oxide is that one which has both acidic and basic characters. These two are fine examples. Zinc oxide and aluminum oxide, fine examples. You can take As2O3, As2O5. Similarly, Sb2O3, Sb2O5, PbO, PbO2, SnO, SnO2. Like this, you can take all these are amphoteric oxides. That means, though these are metal oxides, these are having both acidic nature as well as basic nature. That we can prove it here. And here in this case, certain non-metal oxides and here non-metal oxides, except few, once again here, except few, all the remaining non-metal oxides are acidic. Few non-metal oxides are neutral. Examples: certain non-metal oxides are neutral. What are those? One is carbon monoxide, other one is nitric oxide, third one is nitrogen dioxide, fourth one is water. These four are particularly treated as neutral oxides. These are all neutral oxides. You have to remember these four. And in this case, if you take nitrous oxide, N2O, nitrous oxide is N2O. This is nitrous oxide. Nitrous oxide is otherwise called laughing gas. That is called laughing gas. What is it? Nitrous oxide. Carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, nitrous oxide, H2O, these are the four oxides. Non-metallic oxides are exceptional. These are having only neutrality, neutral character they are having. Carbon monoxide is insoluble in water, NO is insoluble in water, N2O is also insoluble in water. Of course, water, hydrogen oxide, this is also non-metal oxide. Non-metal oxide is always neutral in nature. So these are the four. This is liquid, the remaining three are gases. And so these are the gases, non-metallic oxides, neutral in nature. This is the only liquid you can take here, that is also neutral in nature. Except these four, the remaining non-metallic oxide you can take here. All those non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Their acidic nature is directly proved by making them to react with the base. Every non-metallic oxide reacts with the base, giving salt and water. Every metallic oxide reacts with the acid, giving salt and water. Okay, now let us consider some more equations here to prove the empirical nature of these oxides and to prove some more non-metallic oxides which are acidic in nature. Okay, meanwhile, please take it, note it down. Now let us consider the empirical nature of certain metal oxides. So we have to prove it. And of course, this is not in the 10th class. Even then, this becomes an extra matter. Out of interest, we have to study. At this stage, it is better to get some more points. Zinc oxide and aluminum oxides, tin oxide, stannous oxide, stannic oxide, lead 2 oxide, lead 4 oxide, AS2O3, AS2O5, Sb2O3, Sb2O5, all these oxides are amphoteric in nature. Zinc oxide is particularly insoluble in water. So here you have to prove the character. Zinc oxide now taking solid. I am treating with dilute sulfuric acid, aqua. Zinc oxide gradually dissolves in dilute sulfuric acid, giving you zinc sulfate, aqua, plus H2O. Balanced, equation balanced. This is salt, this is water, this is acid. So zinc oxide plus acid will give you salt and water means What does it mean? In this particular reaction, zinc oxide is behaving like acid base. In this particular reaction, zinc oxide is behaving like base because it is reacting with acid, gives salt and water. That is nothing but the neutralization, as we previously discussed. Similarly, you can take the reaction of zinc oxide with base. This is with acid. Similarly, we will take the reaction with base also. Zinc oxide, once again solid, is treated with base like NaOH, aqua. What happens here? Zinc oxide slowly dissolves in NaOH, giving the complex that is sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2, sodium zincate plus H2O. So 2 Na are there, 2 NaOH, 3 O's are there, 3 O's are there, the equation is balanced. Sodium zinc is the complex salt plus water is obtained here. This is base. When zinc oxide is able to react with the base giving you salt and water, what else can you say except zinc oxide is acidic in nature. So here behaving like acid. In this way, in this reaction, acidic character of zinc oxide is proved. In this reaction, basic character of ZnO is proved. When an oxide is reacting with base, acidic. When oxide is reacting with acid, basic. Simple logic. Similarly, you can take Al2O3 for example. Al2O3 solid. You can take directly HCl, aqua. Al2O3 gradually dissolves in HCl. So, you will get here AlCl3 plus water. 2Al, 2AlCl3, 6HCl, 6H2O, 6H, 3H2O, equation is automatically balanced. Aluminum chloride is salt, water, salt plus water, nothing but acid plus base. And this is the acid. As this is reacting with acid, this must be behaving like a base. So in this reaction, the basic character of aluminum oxide is proved. Similarly, you can take here Al2O3 solid, NaOH aqua is added. You will get here sodium metaluminate, NaAlO2 plus H2O. This is what you call sodium meta-aluminate, right? 2Al, 2NaAlO2, 2Na, 2NaOH. There are 5 oxygens, 4 oxygens here, 1 more oxygen, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. The equation is balanced. So in this reaction, sodium hydroxide is base, giving salt and water. So this reaction proves that Al2O3 is an acid. So this reaction proves the basic character of Al2O3, this reaction proves the acidic character of Al2O3, and that is why, therefore, Al2O3 is amphoteric. Here also, therefore, zinc oxide is amphoteric. Okay? In this way, any oxide, exceptional case, Al, zinc oxide, Al2O3, once again I am repeating, PbO, PbO2, SnO, SnO2, AS2O3, AS2O5. Similarly, you can take Sb2O3, Sb2O5. All these are amphoteric oxides behaving like acids and bases. These peculiar examples you have to know. It is better to remember because this is more advantageous in the plus 2 level studies. Okay? For 10th class, this is not much necessary, but it is better to remember because this is a stage where you can easily study. This is about the metal oxides. And for non-metallic oxide also, some more points you can note here. Some more points you can note here. Extra points. Let us consider those also. Please note it. Some more extra points we can notice here. Non-metallic oxides, they are acidic in nature, that can be easily proved by dissolving them in water. And that is, this is taking solubility in water. You can take, for example, SO2 gas plus H2O liquid. SO2 dissolves in H2O, giving you H2SO3 in aqua. This is what you call sulfurous acid. Sulfurous acid. And here sometimes you can treat these equations as algebraic equations. That means if you take SO2 is equal to H2SO3 minus H2O. What does it mean? When water is subtracted from H2SO3, then it is SO2. Subtraction of water means anhydride formation, anhydride here. This is, from this you are removing water molecule, so this becomes anhydride of this. And so, sulfuric acid, what else can you write here? Sulfur dioxide is anhydride of H2SO3, right? Sulfur dioxide is anhydride of H2SO3. Similarly, we can take some more. We can take SO3 gas plus H2O liquid, dissolves in H2O, giving you H2SO4 aqua. This is sulfuric acid. If you subtract water from sulfuric acid, you will get SO3. Therefore, sulfur dioxide is acidic oxide. This proves the nature. This is the acidic oxide because upon dissolution of water you are getting acid. But here you can also add one more point. SO3 is considered as anhydride of sulfuric acid. Okay. Similarly, you can take some more like N2O5 solid plus H2O. If you dissolve it, 2HNO3 is obtained. This is what you call nitric acid. So as it is giving acid, this becomes acidic oxide, no doubt. But if you subtract this H2O from this HNO3, you are getting N2O5. And therefore, in this case, N2O5 is the anhydride of nitric acid, right? Similarly, some more examples you can take here, like N2O4 or 2NO2 you can write here plus H2O. You will get here HNO2 plus HNO3. HNO2 plus HNO3. So this is nitrous acid. This is nitric acid. From these two you have to remove water molecule, you are getting N2O4 or NO2. N2O4 or NO2. Both mean only the same. NO2 dimerages to give N2O4. And therefore, NO2 or N2O4 nitrogen dinyl tetroxide is mixed anhydride, not single acid. Double acid you are getting there. Mixed anhydride of nitrous and nitric acids, right? You can take some more examples like CO2 plus H2O. You will get here carbonic acid H2CO3. This is what you call carbonic acid. So carbon dioxide is acidic oxide. Therefore here CO2 is anhydride of carbonic acid. In this way you can take several examples. Please note it. You can take P2O5 phosphoric acid is obtained. Similarly N2O3 you can take here. For example N2O3 plus H2O, you will get 2HNO2, nitrous acid. And therefore N2O3 is called anhydride of nitrous acid. In this way you can take a lot of examples. Okay, with this we can conclude the metal oxides, non-metal oxides as basic and acidic natures. Of course, these are several examples and these are all bits you can develop. Okay, please study well and get the matter into your hands. Thank you very much for your kind observation of my video lecture. Thank you.